Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Awesome.
Here.
Eichelkraut.
Here.
Whitney.
Here.
Baxter.
Here.
Mayor.
Here.
We have 5
Would
present.
you all stand, please, and join in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Moved by Commissioner Baxter that the minutes of a regular meeting of the Council of the City of Ottawa, Illinois, held on Tuesday, April 2nd, 2013, and the minutes of a special meeting held on Friday, April 5th, 2013, be approved as recorded in the permanent files of the City Clerk.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Whitney, any discussion? Any suggested changes? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. Is there anyone wishing to appear before the council tonight?
Have to find myself.
Reminds me, I should turn mine off. Then we'll move to, we have a public hearing tonight in connection with the fiscal year, budget for the fiscal year 2014. I think we'll have our city treasurer talk a little bit about that.
Wayne's going to.
Wayne, okay, Wayne.
I just want to bring up that last year's general corporation budget was $13,604,586. The proposed 2014 general corporate budget is $14,644,867. As you notice, it's a little over $1 million more. This has to do with some of the raises, the grants, the ambulance transfer fees that we will be, we have this year. And it's also a permanent transfer from a CSO fund, money that we loaned them to work on CSO projects. And also there's $100,000 more this year in there for streets. Just want to let you know that. And on the general corporate, we're about $8 million more, and a lot of that will be TIF use, grants, and the buses that for countywide and Lee County and Ogle County. Any questions?
Anyone in the public have any comments with respect to the proposed budget for fiscal year 2014? That, then the public hearing will be closed. We'll move to the regular part of the agenda with Commissioner Eichelkraut.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the biweekly salary payroll of April 12, 2013, in the amount of $288,401.64 be approved and warrants issued.
Is there a second? Any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the monthly expense report of April 16, 2013, showing expenses in the amount of $546,624.35 be approved and warrants issued.
Is there a second? Commissioner Baxter, any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the monthly salary payroll of April 5, 2013, in the amount of $15,200 be approved and warrants issued.
Is there a second? Commissioner Whitney, any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the monthly financial report of City Clerk Shelley L. Monks for the month of March 2013 be received and placed on file.
Is there a second? Commissioner Baxter, any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that an ordinance adopting the operating budget for the fiscal year commencing May 1st, 2013 be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second? Commissioner Whitney, any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that a resolution authorizing the execution of an amendment to the funding agreement between the City of Ottawa and Ottawa Visitor Center Incorporated be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second? Commissioner Whitney, any discussion?
This is the first time I think we've had a 2-year agreement, Mayor, with the Visitor Center.
Actually, when we looked at, we do have a 2-year agreement now. We're just going to amend it to put
Yep.
so.
Okay, any other comment? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. Do you have anything else for the council, Commissioner Eichelkraut?
No, Mayor.
Okay, Commissioner Awesome?
Moved by Commissioner Awesome that a resolution authorizing the execution of a license agreement between the City of Ottawa and the Illinois Department of Natural Resources regarding a water main located along Canal Road, which has been on file for public inspection since April 2nd, 2013, be adopted.
Is there a second? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion?
That was
Excuse
his
me,
motion.
Commissioner Whitney, any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Awesome that the city clerk be authorized to advertise for bids for the Utica Drive Parking Improvement Project. Bids will be received until Monday, May 13th, 2013, at 10 o'clock a.m.
Is there a second? Commissioner Eichelkraut, any discussion?
I just wanted to point out that we are going to do an option to do Utica Drive in all concrete. We'll do, option one will be with asphalt, and option two will be all concrete. We'll see if we can get some competitive prices.
And Dan, did we take that second parking lot out of this?
Yes.
Okay. Any other comments? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. Do you have anything else for the council, Commissioner Awesome?
No, Mayor.
Commissioner Whitney, you have anything for the council tonight?
The only thing is, I'd like to say that we're going to send a letter to Wallace Township advising them of our position on the ambulance service and ask them to give us some kind of response that we can work out with them. If not, perhaps we might cancel it if they can't come to an agreement.
Okay, any other comments or questions? Commissioner Baxter?
Is your letter, the letter's going to come from you as fire commissioner, correct?
Should come from there probably, but I don't have a problem with it.
Is that the plan? I was going to ask, are we going to give them a deadline? I noticed in the newspaper, Mr. Garrison's comments were the City of Ottawa's never given them a deadline. We're going to discontinue service. So I think that letter should include some type of time frame. I would suggest something like 90 days, that either they accept our offer or they find somebody else to provide ambulance service, or we're going to discontinue service within 90 days.
I think that's reasonable.
I think that's reasonable. And we can work together on that letter, make sure it gets out. And I don't think we want to necessarily not provide service, but we need, the citizens of Ottawa need to be compensated is really what it.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else, Commissioner Whitney?
No, I do not.
Okay, Commissioner Baxter?
Moved by Commissioner Baxter that a resolution authorizing the execution of an engineering services agreement between the City of Ottawa and Renwick and Associates Incorporated for the street maintenance resurfacing project, which has been on file for public inspection since April 2nd, 2013, be adopted.
Is there a second? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Baxter that an ordinance amending Section 102-81, Paragraph D, and adding Section 102-158, Number 56, to the Municipal Code of the City of Ottawa, LaSalle County, Illinois, prohibiting parking along the north side of East Glover Street from 5th Avenue to 8th Avenue, and adding a yield sign at Cherokee Lane at Hiawatha Drive, be passed and approved.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Eichelkraut, any discussion? Just as a result of request of neighbors, or?
Yes, both are at the request of neighbors. The yield sign was specifically, it is currently an unmarked intersection with no traffic signs for either direction, so I think this would make it safer. And the other is where there was the construction for Ottawa Care Pavilion on East Center Street's been complete now, and during that construction, there's been vehicles had to park on Glover Street because they hadn't yet constructed the parking lots. And we've had to deal with those complaints and the problems it's caused during construction. Now it's complete. The administrator says there's parking lots are complete. There's no need for them to park there. And if we prohibit parking, we'll now allow two-way traffic there for school buses, et cetera, without being blocked.
Okay, any other comments or questions? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Baxter that the city clerk be authorized to advertise for bids for the Poplar Street reconstruction project. Bids will be received until Monday, May 6, 2013, at 10 o'clock a.m.
Is there a second? Whitney, any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. Do you have any other business for the council, Commissioner Baxter?
Nothing further, Mayor.
Don, do you have anything for the council tonight?
I do not, thanks.
I don't have anything.
Dave?
No, thank you, Mayor.
Okay, we'll go to the mayor's part of the agenda.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that an ordinance to provide public transportation in the city of Ottawa, LaSalle County, Illinois, be passed and approved.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Whitney? This is the next three resolutions, all have to do with our applying for funding from the state for the countywide public transportation project, which the city is spearheading. There's a series of resolutions that basically, number one, say that we will provide public transportation, and then the follow-up is the grant applications through for the operating expenses under the Section 5311, what they call the 5311 funds under the Federal Transit Act. And there's a couple other resolutions that we have to adopt in connection with this. And then there's also some funding from the Downstate Public Transportation Operating Assistance Grant, or grant program. There's actually two different grant programs that we're applying for here. And we have to do that every year as our public transportation program continues. So the first one basically just says we'd provide public transport, the city's committed to providing public transportation within the county. Any comments or questions on that? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing application for public transportation financial assistance under Section 5311 of the Federal Transit Act, as amended, be adopted.
Is there a second to that motion? Commissioner Eichelkraut, any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing acceptance of the special warranty regarding Section 5311 of the Federal Transit Act be adopted.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Whitney, any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing execution and amendment of the Downstate Operating Assistance Grant Agreement be adopted.
Is there a second? Commissioner Eichelkraut, any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing the execution of a software maintenance agreement between the City of Ottawa and ESRI, Inc., which has been on file for public inspection since April 2nd, 2013, be adopted.
Is there a second? Awesome, any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing the execution of an engineering services agreement between the City of Ottawa and Robinson Engineering Limited for the Columbus Street Lighting and Beautification Project, which has been on file for public inspection since April 2nd, 2013, be adopted.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Eichelkraut, any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing the execution of a tentative collective bargaining agreement between the City of Ottawa and the International Association of Firefighters, Local 523, which has been on file for public inspection since April 2nd, 2013, be adopted.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Whitney, any discussion? This is the firefighters' contract, three-year contract. We talked a little bit about it last time. It provides for 2.25, 2.4, and 2.5% raises over 3 years. It also requires that all new firefighters must reside within the City of Ottawa. It's kind of something we've been talking about for a long time. Any other comments on the contract? Roll call, please.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing the approval of a memorandum of understanding between the City of Ottawa and ASME Local 2819 regarding the hiring of regular part-time telecommunicators be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Baxter, any discussion? This is an agreement the city's reached with the AFSCME union that includes telecommunicators and allows for the city to hire part-time telecommunicators. And this is kind of the first of two things we're working on. The other thing we're working on is with the Civil Service Commission, trying to figure out ways to tighten our hiring requirements for telecommunicators. We've had a long history of experience where many of our new hirees don't last. It's a very demanding job, and we're trying to figure out how to better test and hire people that are going to stay. But in the meantime, we need telecommunicators, particularly in light of the fact that we're going to be providing telecommunication services for our sales beginning in a month or two. And this will allow us to fill in those positions so that we can provide the service. Any comments or questions on that?
Yeah, Mayor, I just got some not even questions, I just got some comments.
Sure.
Okay. Well, first of all, we use the civil service rules to eliminate political hiring. That's one of my opinions there. We also have a letter of agreement in place with AFME as far as amount of work hours being 720. We've never ever hired or never ever had part-time people that have seniority, health insurance, vacation time, sick leave, and I don't know if we do have anybody that's part-time paying union dues, but, you know, it just seems like this is a little bit beyond what we usually do, and I'd like to, I know that you probably talked to Keith Lee, but I'd like to have Anita here, Copco, check out our service rules to make sure we're not violating any of them. I mean, I know we had probably one lawyer check it out, but sometimes lawyers don't always agree. So I'd like to at least have that checked out, because I know that they put these civil service rules in place for a reason, and that was to eliminate the way that people were hired in the past. And, I mean, it's just my comment.
Okay, and I will note that the memorandum does list the statutes that are involved, and the fact that council believes that terms of a collective bargaining agreement can supersede the civil service regulations. But it's a concern, but I think it is addressed there, but Anita's certainly welcome to chime in on that.
Well, I haven't looked at it up till now. I know that Keith did, and Keith gave an answer to someone over here, but I would be more than happy to look at it for you, Wayne.
I've known before that you have actually disagreed with Keith, and like I
We
said.
sometimes do.
If you want three opinions, you ask three
don't
lawyers.
always agree.
Well, you know what they say, in a town with one lawyer, the lawyer starves to death. In a town with two lawyers, they both get rich. So,
I'm going to give that to her. She can have that one.
Okay, the motion is just to place on the file at this point. Any other comments?
Yes,
Go ahead.
I have many. We're going to hire 4 part-time, is that the intent?
I don't think it makes any reference to,
Well, I'm told that we need at least 2 full-time, 3 full-time, and you're going to hire 4 part-time. Are we going to provide them with uniforms, insurance, all the benefits of a regular employee? The
Well-
seniority counts as it pertains to ship bidding, vacation, vacancies, et cetera. Why don't you just hire them full-time?
well, first of all, on your first question, I guess the answer is yes and no. We are offering them the benefits, but they're half benefits. For example, full-time employees, we pay 80% of their insurance. If a part-time employee wants insurance, we're only going to pay 40%, so they pay 60%.
But we pay no other part-time employees insurance, do we?
No.
And also too, Mayor, come January 1st, if you read the Obamacare law, I think there's a little clause in there that if you have part-time employees or employees working on so much 20 hours a week or whatever it may be, that you're going to be paying all but 9% of their insurance, their health insurance.
I don't know about that, Wayne.
So, and I don't know if they're going to drop it down to 20 hours or not, but I did see the part in there about the 9%.
Yeah.
I think
And the same way with vacations, instead of 12 days, it's 6 days and so forth. It's everything is half of what it would normally be for a full-time employee. I think the point of this is to give us flexibility, and quite frankly, usually it's the union that opposes part-time employees, and the union is very supportive of this because they realize how the difficulties we're having in manning the telecommunications staff over there because we have not been able to keep people because they're not suited for the job. And one of the things that this requires is before part-time employees will be hired, they must have their certifications, which up until now we have to provide and train, and they must have some experience so that we
They don't have to
hopefully are hiring people that can help us through this,
Right. They
this
don't
time
have
where
to
we
pass all service test, or, they were just bypassing that completely then?
Political appointment.
Now,
Yeah, that's what I'm looking
Ed,
at.
I'd just like to point out that, as Bob said, that this was something that the union brought to us along with our administration from the police department, and it's not to eliminate full-time workers. The jobs are very stressful, and a lot of times people are 3-4 weeks into the training, and they decide they can't handle it, and they quit, and we start the process again. And while all that's going on, the positions are being filled with overtime, and granted, you're paying them a little bit more money, but the people are getting burnt out. They want the ability for us to bring somebody in that's already got the training, let them fill in on a part-time basis until we get the full-time person through the process and hired on.
Is there an agreement here too, also with AFME, that there will be no grievances filed if we're passing out overtime to these part-time people instead of their regular employees?
the agreement is what it says. So whatever the document says, it says.
It doesn't say that.
Well, they don't have any rights if it's not in the document.
They're going to be their members,
I understand what they're gonna be.
but the intent wasn't to hire I never heard anybody say anything about hiring 4 part-time people. It was to fill the positions that are vacated with part-time while we go through the process of filling full-time positions.
But you're planning on paying them sick pay up to 6 hours per month?
Right, it would be half of.
Allowing them to
it would be half of what-
participate in the IMRF pension program?
Right.
That's what we as the city pay into that also, correct?
Correct.
1 week's vacation after 1 year of employment?
Is that 1 year at 1040, or is that 1 year at? 2
Calendar,
years?
I would guess. I don't know. Fair share, AFSCME union dues, you're going to charge part-time people the union dues for the union protection. I feel that if you want qualified people, hire the part-time, the full-time you need, and leave the part-time out of it, because, for one thing, if you recall, the ordinance says part-time people must live in the corporate limits of the city of Ottawa. Now, if you're planning on changing that, let me know.
Any other comments?
Oh, I spoke my piece. I just, I understand what they're trying to do. I just wanted to get it
Well,
out.
what's your solution? Both Wayne and Ed, I'd like to know.
Hire full-time people, you're
They
getting more.
can't get them.
Where are you getting the part-timers?
They're already certified.
See, when-
What's happened is that there'll be some full-time people come off civil service list. It takes them 6 weeks or so to go through the training. They do a couple weeks of work and they say, you know what, I can't handle this, I gotta quit. Now you start all over again.
What do we do with the full-time policemen, full-time firemen?
We train them.
They aren't
Right,
quitting.
We train-
and we haven't had that experience with them. They come and they stay. This isn't just 1 or 2 people. It's been going on for the last couple of years. We have not been able to keep people there. And now we are going to have to, all of a sudden, because of our agreement with Marseilles, we're going to have to, we need additional personnel and we need them quickly. And it'd be nice to have some trained people on a part-time basis to get us through this time, this period.
I kind of think this is a backdoor way of going at it. Not a word was said when we made the agreement with Marseilles about hiring part-time people. And
Well, Marseilles has no say about it. We're the ones that have to provide it.
I'm saying it was, we weren't told ahead of time.
Well, I wasn't either. I wasn't talking about it, but
It was discussed during negotiations with AFSCME. They were very open about it. It was supported by AFSCME and their executive board, and it was supported by our administration at the police department.
My opinion was stated during them negotiations. and it
And
hasn't
you've
changed.
constantly made your opinion known. I
That's right.
appreciate that.
anything else, Commissioner Baxter?
The comments made are valid. This is a different and unique situation for part-time people, but it's brought about because of a unique situation that there has been trouble hiring and retaining telecommunicators for many years at the police department. And it's a unique job that takes a special kind of person to work it, and because of that high turnover rate, it's been mentioned, and every chief that's been there for the last several years has commented on the same thing, that You hire them, they stay a while, you train them, and then they leave, you have to repeatedly do it again. And this was offered by the police administration to try to stop that by hiring somebody that's already trained, that has all the certificates as been mentioned, and use them for those positions. It was agreed to by the union. The union understood the problems with it, and it's the union people are working there shorthanded while we're trying to get people hired and trained, and they're in agreement with this, and that's why there was a mutual agreement between the administration and the union people to come up with these terms. And there's a termination date on it, that if it doesn't work out, it could be terminated from them, but they are getting benefits because they're permanent, full-time people, but the benefits are cut in half. So the cost amount is about the same. If you hire a full-time person, you're paying a full-time salary, giving full benefits. Part-time, you're paying them half the hours and giving them half the benefits. So it seems to be a unique solution to a unique problem that could work. The union believes it works. The police administration believes it works. I don't see where it hurts the city to do it and try it.
I go back to the point where Ed made there too about during negotiation, not during negotiations, but when we were negotiating with Marcel's, we should have been thinking about this ahead of time, that we were going to need some TCs, not just wait and then get the agreement and then find out we haven't got any TCs. Oh, but they do have some over there in Marcel's that we can go use. So,
Well, I think the police chief did realize that. He realized that under current civil service rules, they would have to take the test and be last on the list or whenever the next test was given. And so he thought about that and came up with this solution to work it out with the union. The civil service is a good position, and I don't like to have political appointees either, and that's why he has some valid points. But just because this is a possibility doesn't mean the hirees are going to be political appointees. It states in there that they
Well,
have
they're
to
gonna
be
be
fully,
appointed by then.
they have to be fully qualified in that skill. And so he's going to choose from those that are fully trained and qualified already, and hopefully he will choose those he believes are the most competent, and they will stay there and be competent.
Let me give you a hypothetical case, Dale. You do hire part-timers, and they have all the benefits of the full-timers. And it's a determination by the city or the chief or someone, person's not doing the job. How do you get rid of them?
Think-
they're on
Fire
the
'em?
union, Dale.
Fire them? You got to go through the contract.
They're in the
You're going to
union.
jump through every hoop that's in that contract.
Yeah.
Other than the terms are in this agreement, we would have to follow the same terms of the contract as the union would have to follow.
I guess my question is, why wouldn't we want to do that? That's how we treat
We
full-time
made them
employees.
permanent employees.
Anytime you have people, you have some that come in that it don't work out, and some of them are the best in the world. Now, you
That's-
know that. You've been around the city
Right.
long enough.
But my point is, that's true of full-time employees also.
And they'll,
Absolutely.
Right.
And they have protection.
Right.
and they'll,
The part-timers are going to have protection too, although they weren't hired by civil service, they were hired by the police chief.
well, I believe they'll have the same type of probation service as a full-timer hired. Probation during that period of time.
He might not even work 10 days during that set period of time.
I think the agreement says they work 1,040
Roughly
hours
part-time,
a
roughly
year.
half-time, yes.
Are we just placing this on file?
Yes.
Correct, yes.
Any other comments?
And Anita's going to get
I will.
additional information for council?
I will.
We could ask the police chief to come at the next council meeting and answer any questions anyone might have.
I understand what he's saying, and I understand how he wants to do it. But I don't think that's the way I want to do it, and I don't think that's the proper way. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I'd entertain listening to your solution.
Hire a
But-
couple full-time.
Right,
You're going to
and-
hire a bunch of part-time and give them benefits and give them uniforms and do this and do that. What difference are they going to be than the full-time person?
How long ago did we actually know that we were going to make this deal with Marcel's and we weren't prepared? A long time. So I just
Wayne, I
feel-
don't think that's a fair statement. I think it's been
Well,
a couple, I
that's a
think it's
very
been a
fair
couple months. I
statement.
bet it's a couple months. It hasn't been years or anything like that.
No, it's been at least
Can't hire
6
them
months.
until you got the deal in place.
Yeah, and
But
that's
you're going to
true.
know you're going to need TCs or you can't do the job.
Well, we do that, and that's why you have the list, but the problem is we need people now, not people who are going to be trained after 6 weeks, and half of them, after a couple more weeks, leave, and we've got some part-time trained people available to get us through this period. Anyway, the motion is to place on file. Any other comment?
How much are you anticipating paying them per hour? Equal to a full-time? Or half?
Well, Same rate they pay, but half the
Same
hours.
I mean, hourly rate.
Everything pretty
Same.
much is, they're going to be here half the time, they're going to bring home half as much money, they're going to get half the benefits.
Same hourly rate.
Half
Same
the
hourly
vacation,
rate.
same hourly.
I'd
rate.
like to, okay. Are you going to offer your other personnel that are part-time health insurance and all them benefits?
If you guys want to make a motion, we'll entertain it. I don't have anything in mind right now.
Kind of wonder.
Any other comments? Motion's to place it on file, roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Place it on file?
Yes.
Yes.
Whitney.
Yes.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution reappointing Brent Barron, John Stone, and Todd Volker, all to the Plan Commission, terms to expire March 2016, be adopted.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Baxter, any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing and directing the mayor to execute all agreements between the City of Ottawa and multiple 2013 Riverfest vendors be adopted.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Whitney, any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing the execution of a real estate lease purchase agreement between the City of Ottawa and Howard and Pamela Seibert be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion? You want to briefly describe what this is, Dan?
This is part of the flood buyout down in the flats, and it resolves some concerns from the owners on the appraised value of some houses. But it allows us to eliminate some infrastructure and utilities, specifically a lift station for the sewer, sanitation sewer. And we're going to purchase this property in conjunction with the Ike buyout, and that should clean up all of the properties down in the flats.
Okay. And it does allow us to use those flood buyout funds that we want to. Any other questions or comments?
Dan, the house there on Superior on the still in negotiations?
Yeah, we've reached an agreement with them. It's just that it's not funded through Ike, it's funded through some other program through IDNR, and we'll probably have to do something similar as make up the difference because of the Ike funding.
Yeah, and actually Mike Stuffin told us this afternoon, we just got word that grant's come through, so good news. Any other comments? Roll call, please.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing the execution of a real estate lease purchase agreement between the City of Ottawa and Andy Seibert be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Whitney, any discussion? It's a similar arrangement.
Well, this one is similar, although it's an empty lot, that none of the Ike funds could be used for vacant property. It had to be for property that had something that had a claim on it. And basically, it would have been an island in the middle of our park owned by a private entity, and we reached agreement with Andy to purchase that, and that'll clean up the entire park area.
Any other comments? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
I have no idea. I don't know. Do you want to skip it or do you want to do it?
No, it's,
Yeah, this is for the canal.
Yeah, that's for the work they're doing,
It's for
right?
the canal.
oh, okay. All right, never mind.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing the execution of a release and hold harmless agreement with the Department of Defense military personnel be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion? This is in connection with the possible work that would be done on the canal by the Illinois National Guard in connection with recontouring about a 2/3 mile stretch of the canal through the downtown, or roughly from Guyan Street to the railroad tracks, RailNet railroad tracks. One of the forms that they need executed in order to do the project. Any other comments? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the report of the Plan Commission meeting held on Monday, March 25th, 2013, considering the conditional use of a plan unit development with preliminary plat approval for Heritage Harbor West Peninsula Unit 5, be received and placed on file. Be it further moved, the council concur with the recommendation of the Plan Commission and the conditional use for the plan unit development, including preliminary plat approval, be granted, and the follow-up ordinance be passed and approved.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Baxter, any discussion?
These are the houses with garages, or the garages that are houses?
These are the two-story houses where the garage is on the bottom level, yeah. Any other comments?
I have some concern with the houses above the garage, and I was thinking it was not in our ordinance, and I did check with Mike. And what we have in town is if you have a house on a lot and you have a garage, you're not allowed to have a second living quarters on that property, so I think this is going to be all right.
Any other comments?
So these are in their own separate lot, correct?
Right. Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
We're just placing this on file, correct?
Passing it, replacing,
Okay.
yeah. Doing the follow-up ordinance also.
Okay. Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the city clerk be authorized to advertise for bid for the 200 block of Madison Street streetscape. Bids will be received until Wednesday, May 1st, 2013, at 10 o'clock a.m.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Eichelkraut, any discussion? This is for the 200 block of Madison Street to get some numbers and to see what the price would be to do kind of a downscaled version of LaSalle-style streetscape. And then the bids would go out, or the invitation for bids would go out, asking also for a second bid on ornamental street lighting. So the council would know what both things would cost and can make a decision whether it wants to do one or both. None or whatever.
I guess I see no harm in advertising for bids, although, as I made comments to you, I would like, I think it would be a good idea to have this TIF money, and project's estimated to be about $100,000 or maybe as high as $200,000, depending on how inclusive it is. You know, I still have in mind that I'd rather use that TIF money to do other improvements in the downtown area that are also infrastructure, but I see no harm in advertising for bids and see what the numbers are.
Okay. Any other comment?
I would just like to ask, I talked with Bill Betcher about the ADA compliance with the bump outs,
Mm-hmm.
and I assume we're doing this side of the street too?
The plan calls for the whole corner, yeah.
But I don't agree with the one on the alley. I don't, and I know I've mentioned this before, I don't agree with the bump outs, but I heard the explanation concerning the ADA compliance issues. I'll go along with that, but I don't understand how that works on the alley bump out.
And, you know, we can fine tune this when we get the numbers. I'm
Okay.
open-minded.
All right,
Any other comments?
Well, Dan, I've looked at some of the handicap parking areas downtown, and some probably are not in compliance and some are. And the ones I saw, it appeared to me to be in compliance, and I don't know why we'd have to have bump outs.
this isn't parking places, Ed, it's to get
Around the
from the
corner.
sidewalk to the street.
You take a look down there at LaSalle and Lafayette Street by the Ottawa Savings Bank, and take a look at that. They've got it angled down fine. There is no problem that I could see with the handicap parking. Take a look at it.
Dave, you want to answer?
The American Disabilities Act and many other laws passed since then have reached down and said that cities must make their public access routes accessible, both to the blind and to people in wheelchairs and a wide variety of ways. And we're mandated to improve all of our handicap ramps up to ADA standards. There's a new guidance that's put in place called PROAG, and has to do with public right-of-way guidance, accessibility guidance. And they require that there be handicap ramps at all intersections for all sidewalks. If you have a sidewalk, it must be handicap accessible and that's the law. So the city has put together a transition plan wherein we are moving towards getting all of our sidewalks handicap accessible. It's a huge project. We have sidewalks all through the city. Some of them have been put in place that are 50 years or more old, and we have to go through all those and replace them. We typically target replacing sidewalks where we get specific requests from people who are handicapped. If they need something, that goes right to the top of the list. And then we try to get our business areas available for everyone, because those are programmed activities that people need to get to. And then after that, as we resurface our streets, we try to do all the handicap ramps correctly at those intersections where we redo our streets. And we're just trying to follow the federal guidelines. Our funding for our streets is based on us having to do this, and that's what we're doing.
What I was trying to point out, Dave, was even though we may have a ramp at some intersection, it's not compliant because the grade, you can't have too steep of a grade on your ramp. You just can't build a ramp up 12 inches, and there you go.
You're absolutely right. If you get into the downtown, the streets have this real steep crown to them, and then the handicap ramp comes down like this, and it creates a very difficult spot for a wheelchair to get through. But if you put a bump out, then the edge of that kind of scoots out like this, and it becomes a flat spot, and they can actually easily get across the street. It just changes for that handicapped person and makes them allowable to get through there. And some of our current ramps don't meet code, and if you're in a wheelchair, you really have a difficult time getting through, and we want to improve those. As a matter of fact, we're mandated to.
So we're going to put a bump out wherever we have to do something?
We'll have to figure
Or
out,
lower the sidewalk.
we have to
Right.
figure out something to do at each location and come up with a plan of how we're going to do it for all these sidewalks as we go. It's a very complicated, difficult process. Each handicap ramp is unique. Each one has to be documented how we do that, and that is what we've been doing as we go through our town and try to improve them.
Though as a general rule, the handicap ramps that were put in compliant with the rules at that time, which might have been 5, 10, or 20 years ago. As a general rule, you don't have to go in and improve those ramps until you actually do street work in that area. Otherwise, they can stay there until such time as you go in and do street work, and then you're mandated to improve them at that time. Correct?
Mostly correct. We can't just say that since we're not fixing the street, we don't have to fix the sidewalks. However, they allow us to adopt a transition plan where we prioritize what has to be fixed first. And we prioritize our downtown businesses where everybody has to get access to the businesses, and we picked that as a priority. We picked places where people with handicapped needs tell us they need something, and we place that as the highest priority. And we eventually will have to replace them whether we've resurfaced the street or not. But on our priority list, if there's an existing handicap ramp, that doesn't automatically jump to the top because there's something there. We have some places where there's no ramp, and that's worse.
Would you agree that there's other places in the downtown area, other than the 200 block of West Madison Street, that would be out of compliance, could use improvement? Some parking lot, alley, curb, sidewalk, or handicap ramp, other than the 200 block?
There are other places that don't meet the handicap accessibility also, though others might not be as severe as
Yeah.
these.
Well, the motion is to advertise for bids. Let's keep the, any other comment? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. We have two proclamations tonight. The first is in connection with Arbor Day. Whereas through the efforts of the city and the Ottawa Tree Board, the City of Ottawa has been recognized as a Tree City USA for the 14th year in a row by the National Arbor Day Foundation. And whereas the City of Ottawa has annually observed the holiday called Arbor Day by planting trees at local schools and distributing saplings to students for planting in the city. And whereas trees are a renewable resource that clean the air, produce oxygen, provide habitat for wildlife, increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community, and provide a source of joy and spiritual renewal. And whereas trees are an important component of the natural landscape because of their prevention of erosion and the provision of a weather-sheltered ecosystem in and under the foliage. Trees play an important role in producing oxygen and reducing carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, as well as moderating ground temperatures. Now therefore, I, Robert Eschbach, Mayor of the City of Ottawa, on behalf of the City Council, do hereby proclaim April 26, 2013 as Arbor Day in the City of Ottawa. and invite all citizens to participate in the annual Arbor Day celebration, this year to be held at Central Intermediate School. And I urge all citizens to support our city's urban forestry program and to plant a tree for tomorrow.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a proclamation naming Friday, April 26, 2013, as Arbor Day in the city of Ottawa be adopted.
Is there a second to the motion? Sure. Eichelkraut, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. I have a second proclamation in connection with National Telecommunicators Week. Whereas the week of April 14th through 20th has been declared National Telecommunications Week by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States, and whereas the President of the United States will issue a proclamation calling upon the people of the United States to observe that week with appropriate ceremonies and activities, and whereas emergencies occur 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, that require police, fire, or emergency medical services. And each year, thousands of people depend upon the touch of three numbers, 911. And whereas the dedicated men and women which provide telecommunication services to the Ottawa community are a vital link to our police officers and firefighters, ensuring the safety of our citizens and our emergency responders, and monitoring emergency activities and providing information. And whereas our public safety communications personnel serve the public in countless ways with due recognition by the beneficiaries of their services. Now therefore, I, Robert Eschbach, on behalf of the Council of the City of Ottawa, proclaim April 14th through 20th, 2013 as National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week in the City of Ottawa, in recognition of the fine service of our local telecommunicators.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a proclamation naming April 14th through April 20th, 2013 as National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week in the city of Ottawa be adopted.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. And Melinda Christensen is here representing telecommunicators. Can I give you the proclamation to bring back to station?
Appointing personnel, that's it. Do you have any other new business or no? Nope. Moved by Mayor Eschbach that this council recess into closed session to discuss appointed personnel.
Is there a second? Commissioner Whitney, any discussion? I guess there's no discussion on that. Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Whitney.
Aye.
Baxter.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. I'm not expecting the council to take any formal action when we come out of executive session, but everybody's welcome to stick around if they like. Thank you.